Just call or text your service request to 254-216-3372 and we'll be happy to help you.
Good evening and welcome to this episode of the Fifth Quarter Show of the Hornet Broadcasting Network. Jacob, you look kind of stoic there. You all right?
Well, happy to be here. A lot to brag about.
There is. There's a lot going on. We've got the volleyball ladies with us tonight. We've got the men coming up later. Sports are just now getting ramped up. We've had some great tournaments from the volleyball ladies. You mentioned earlier the Austin tournament, and then most recently the Belton tournament, correct? Academy tournament. It was Belton that y'all played at the end. Yes. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Jacob?
Yeah, well, Coach Weber's got her squad, red hot coming out of the gate. They're 19-4, second place finish in Academy. This past week, Hornet of the Week is going to be Charlie Ferris, who had a great game against Blooming Grove. She was every place where her team needed to be. The ball was going all over the place, and she was making diving efforts, hitting mid-court shots. And I'll go ahead and turn the floor over to you, Charlie, if you want to talk about what you did different during that game to prepare for. Put you on the spot, by the way.
I'll help you out. How do you find yourself in the right spot? Is that coaching or is that just intuition?
I think a lot of the time it's just what Coach Weber would always say, get around the block, seeing where Anna is on the block, and if there's any splits, just getting around everything.
Well, you did a great job. He mentioned in the Blooming Grove game. I mean, that's one thing we noticed. We kept seeing, you just found yourself in the right spot to make a dig or just to, get a pass set up to Sanderson to get a good set. There was a lot of hustle on your side, and that really stood out. So that's something that can be coached, though, really, can it? Or does Coach Weber really coach that? I mean,
if you're smart, you would really be giving.
I'm giving you a chance to give the coaches here.
She might go easy on you on the next Wednesday run.
The next time you miss one, or something.
I think it's not really coached, but if you don't hustle, there might be punishment.
Good
true.
Political answer. Way to go. Good job. Well, we do want to recognize you for your effort as a player of the week in the Blooming Grove game. So good job. No, thank you. Thank you for representing Gatesville. Y'all, the whole team, Coach, would you agree with me? Does a great job just representing Hornet Athletics.
They do, on and off the court. I mean, they're taking care of business in the classroom, on the court, out in the community. They do a great job.
So I've been talking to some of the parents and talking about the unity of your team this year. Is that I'm already getting a couple head nods there from McPherson and Ferris both. Is that it just seems like it's a little bit a tighter squad this year.
They are. And I think that comes with growth. Like, most of these girls have been playing together for 2 and 3 years now at the varsity level. And so whenever you've played that long together, you start knowing who's where, what they're doing, and you just start jiving a lot better. And so a lot of that comes with them being together the past 2 or 3 years. And we talk about growth a lot, and they're showing that this year, and we're starting pretty strong.
Say Ferris, sophomore, correct?
I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. You were a sophomore last year because we were talking about you last year. Mm-hmm. So, and then you're not a freshman. Thank you. Okay. All right. But now that we've got you talking on the mic, that's going to be our next player of the week, Anna McPherson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Anna, you showed up last night against the West team.
Trojans.
The West Trojans, yes. Great job. Jacob, what was your standout last night? What did you see?
Well, she knew when to use the McPherson mosquito. Adam has kind of coined that. And then there was times where you would just uncoil your arm there, and you would just do a McPherson missile. And it seemed like it kind of had Wes on the balls of their feet. They didn't quite know whether to go up on the net or just brace for impact. And I don't blame them. There's one thing that one of your games that's really stood out. It's been your back row play. That seems to be a huge improvement. Not saying you were terrible at it last year, but it's been a huge improvement this year. And that jump serve, when you choose to use it, it just seems to be lethal. And the other team doesn't have the only thing that stops it to me is if you hit it out or if you hit it in the net.
Or their face.
Or in the face, yeah.
That's been impressive.
That makes for good TV.
It does. A great commentary. I feel bad for him, but great. And Jacob's right. It seems like you coach, and I'm sure this is going to be from coaching standpoint. Have you moved her around a little bit more this year from other positions? Typically probably one of your dominant on the
middle,
net.
But we're moving around back row and front row, yes.
Okay. She seems to be moved around a little bit more this year than last, but I don't know if that's just because her play has improved a little bit or just because you've got so many quality players, you've got to move them around.
Yes, we do, and we've been telling the girls nonstop that they're making our job really hard because of the talent that we have on our team. We're looking every day on who's having a good game, who's having an off day, and it changes. And it really is nice to have the talent that we have, the bench that we have, because we know that someone's going to go get the job done.
Well, that's a horrible problem to have. I'm trying to figure out which one of my best players am I going to put out there. So,
it's a good group.
It doesn't look like you're struggling on the net at all this year.
It's been pretty fun.
The height has been a challenge for you, huh?
Pretty fun.
Yeah. We've noticed that a lot in just the 2 games that we've broadcast so far, seeing McPherson and Pollard and
Wilson, and then of course Geiken, all the 4 of them. I mean,
yeah.
And then Ferris, who she might not have that height, but her vertical is just impressive and makes up for it. So good job there.
And then Sanderson just doing a fantastic job.
I mean, we're naming the whole team. Everyone.
I mean, yeah, like you said, we can pretty much name the team. Everybody's got something good. I mean, I still love it watching Sanderson whenever she gets a set, and she knows whenever she's got it set just right, and she's got the timing right between whoever's coming up, because that smile on her face goes from ear to ear, and she's like, oh, this is going to hurt somebody. So it is good to see.
I think another one of the great things that's happening with the girls on the court is you can tell when the whole team is in a zone together because, number one, the scoreboard shows it, and then you can just feel the vibe that they're putting off of the court. And then we look over at you on the sideline, and although you're trying to hold it back and be the serious coach, the little smile creaks out every once in a while. You're like, yeah, that's my girls.
Yeah.
So, ladies, a question for y'all last night. First 2 sets, you jumped off, handled them. I mean, they kind of stayed with you for the first 10 points. Then you started pulling away. We were noticing that. Third set, kind of didn't go our way. Ended up going to the 4th one. And you jumped on them, chickens on Junebug. I mean, you handled it. And then they kind of crept up on you a little bit. What was the attitude and the atmosphere on the court? I mean, how'd y'all keep it together?
I think West, like last night, we've been talking a lot as a team as like what we want to like improve and fix because like y'all been mentioning it a lot. Like we have a really solid group of girls and just a really talented team. So I think for us, like we're really trying to work on starting strong, finishing strong, and staying consistent. And I feel like we haven't been playing awful, like not at all hinting at that, but like a little bit rocky the last few weeks. And I feel like West, just like last night, it was a lot of like good plays, kind of sporadic, but it's a huge step, and I think we're gonna work at it. And Glen Rose is gonna be good, just working on keeping it consistent.
How sweet was it to get revenge? Because West, I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. They kind of embarrassed you guys last year. I was up there. We were at West, and I believe that even Coach Weber got so mad because I had to hear it from MJ Martinez here about how she didn't let you guys eat anywhere other than a gas station because you guys got.
They don't know a good. It was the Czech
Yeah, I know,
but
but
Kolaches. Come on.
So, but honestly,
All
though,
they saw was the gas pump.
I know.
These kids are just so entitled. But so how was it? How sweet was it to get the revenge? Because you guys pretty much, other than the they believe it was the third set, you guys pretty much owned them.
It was good.
Yeah, I bet.
We agreed last year we'll never play like that again.
And I have yet to see y'all, to play like that. But it was good to see you guys kind of just turn it up. And I just was telling Adam and Lee, I said, they got to feel so good about it, specifically what happened last year. Good job.
And it showed. I mean, I absolutely love watching y'all play from a spectator, from a commentator, just to see, like I said, the teamwork you have, the way you represent Gatesville, and just to see how much y'all enjoy playing with each other. You can tell y'all really enjoy it. And, you can fake some stuff, but you can't fake that stuff, and that's good to see. So thank y'all for all that you're doing.
All right. With that being said, we're going to wrap up our volleyball segment of the show tonight. And just for everybody that's tuned in, we have more games with the volleyball team scheduled to broadcast this year than ever before in history. And I know the guys are backstage listening there, but the girls got the accolades and got the first broadcast of the year this year.
Let's go.
All right.
But you got your work cut out for you. We're going to be showing a lot more of y'all's games to the folks at home, so keep up the good work. And with that said, we're going to be cutting to a commercial. We'll be right back after these messages. Say bye, Mom, because they're watching.
Yeah, what mom, grandparents, everybody.
Bye, Granddad.
Bye, Granddad. Yeah, he's had sitting at home watching it.
Call Witt Building Supplies for all your building needs. We provide metal buildings and metal roofing for commercial, residential, and agriculture projects. We also carry a full line of fencing supplies and hardware products. Call or come see us at Witt Building Supplies, 254-865-2190 or 1411 North Highway 36, Bypass, across from Pruitt's Shell Store in Gatesville. We are locally owned and operated and proudly support our Hornets.
We're live. We're back here, and we've got some football guys. We got rid of those nice, wonderful ladies, and we're with the smelly football guys who, hey, glad you're here, guys. That's all we got to say about that. Coach Augie, how's it going?
I mean,
can I use the Lee Jaynes nickname, Coach Augie? Is that acceptable?
If I can coach like Coach Augie did for Texas baseball, that's absolutely fine.
Hey, there you go. Good deal. Hey, coming off a great win Friday night. I say great. It was a good showing. Offense, defense really stepped up. Can we expect that all season?
That's the goal. And what we've harped on is that the process is always about us. If we can focus on every single phase and about us getting better in every single thing that we're doing, then at the end of the year, we'll be right where we need to be. But I thought the kids did really well. They played their butts off. We had 3 series that we had some hiccups in. But outside of that, when you score 48 points and you only give up 15, it's a pretty good game.
Let's get all the players turn around. I want to see if y'all's butts are still there because he just said y'all played them off. No. Okay, so real quick, we want to congratulate. First off, we want to recognize our impact players real quick, and I'm going to let the guys read off their stats. But the impact players are guys that we feel were really detrimental in playing the game, had a huge impact on it, and just under the wire of making player of the week. So let's go with our first one there, Adam.
First one's going to be Garrett Keaton. Mr. Keaton had 19 pass attempts, 14 completions. That gives him a 74% completion rating, which is pretty stinking good at high school level. So good job there.
Did your dad tell you that me and him were sharing photos back whenever you were coming to the house for the team meals and stuff when you were about like this big? Anyway, we were taking a trip down memory lane because you remember Tyler, right? He was asking about how you were doing, and I told him your accolades this weekend, so he was really impressed with that.
Pretty good. 4 touchdowns coming off of that arm of yours. Seems like this year, like you're passing from almost a moving rollout position a little bit more instead of in the pocket. Does that feel better for you?
Honestly,
Get the
I just kind of do what I have to do.
You're just winging it?
Yeah.
Give me the ball, Coach. I'll do it. All right. Hey, I'll take it. All right. That's going to bring us to our next guy. Who we got there?
For the next impact player,
Yeah.
we got Samuel Howard, or do you go by Trey? Is that what?
I go by Trey.
Okay, we were talking about that in the broadcast. Well, he had 13 attempts, 85 yards, with 2 touchdowns. Had a fantastic game. It seemed like whatever you guys wanted to do against the Taylor Ducks, not the Oregon Ducks, the Taylor Ducks, you guys were able to do. Going in, how did you feel? Excited that you're taking on this role as a starting running back? Were you excited, or just kind of like, hey, just let's get this first week underneath us, or how did you prepare?
I'm going to say my nerves were a little hot because it was my first varsity game. But
You couldn't tell by watching the way you ran.
I don't know. The first couple runs, a little bit less, but once after you got a couple in your belt, man, you
just takes that
came
first
alive.
hit. Then once you get that first hit out of
yeah,
your
it's a
way.
little while to get comfortable.
We called you. We called. Yeah, we referred to you as your full name there, and man, you should have heard the people yelling at me. It's Trey. Call him Trey. I'm like, okay, sorry. Didn't mean to offend nobody. But hey, you did a
we
great
talked
job.
about it. We assumed it was because you're a third, or you really love lunch trays or anything like that. Me and Adam were sitting there trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
He's like, man, that's a lame joke.
Yeah.
It wasn't any better on Friday.
No,
either.
it wasn't either.
So, but hey, you did a great job, and you had a good crew of other running backs there with you that were kind of carrying the weight with you. So, how do you stack up with them? I mean, how do y'all complement each other? Or do y'all talk about who's going to be the better one?
I would say he's more the speed. I'm just everything else.
Oh, he's the speed, and you're everything else.
To my sideburns there.
Who's the speed?
Sideburns.
Well, if we can keep Cy looking forward and not looking back over his shoulder like he did last year, we should be good.
When Cy got his first run on the ball, we were just like, look at the goalpost, don't look back, don't look.
Go forward. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he got caught on that last year. But anyway.
Still disputing that one.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, you did a great job, Trey. I appreciate it. And good hard work. Did Coach run you enough? And you need the ball a couple more times. I mean, you only had 13 carries.
I don't want to say it.
Okay, coach, cover your ears for a little quick. You want the ball? Okay, okay. I got you. Hey, and you pick up 6.5 yards a carry, average. You're probably gonna get the ball a few times. I'm sure. So keep it up.
Okay, let's announce the stranger here.
Oh no, I refuse to call his name because I said it enough Friday, and I said it enough last year. Amos, welcome back, young man.
It's good to see y'all.
We missed you. I mean, what have you been up to?
Not much.
You been working on any NIL deals? Trying to get your college lined out yet?
Oh yeah, I've been working on my golf swing too a lot. So.
That's not going to help you on the football field. I mean, but I'm sure you'll figure out a way to make it work. So hey, you did a great job. Some of your stats: you had 3 solo tackles, 3 assists, total for 6 tackles, which I'm thinking that's probably a little light on that because it seemed like I seemed to say number. I said number. I called your name out way more than that. You seem to find yourself either making the initial contact or finding a way to grab a shoestring just to be part of the tackle. So
I think he was calling your name out on everybody.
Yeah, I mean.
Phillips.
It was him.
My brother, you're calling out.
Hey, it was.
Yeah, he had quite a few tackles. I think he had 10.
He had 10.
He had 10. I mean, he stepped up there, both of them. So y'all, I mean, great job there. And then of course on offense, 6 receptions, 147 yards for an average of 24.5, which comes off a solid arm from your quarterback, but also from you getting open and finding some room down the field. So good job there. How you feeling this year?
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one question. So there was a defensive back by the name of Sanchez. Did you and Keaton have some kind of personal beef with him because you guys were picking on that kid all night long? Obviously, I'm kidding because you guys were burning him. I noticed he was trying to play 15 yards off of you. You guys were still just burning him. I mean, it was pass after pass after pass. He was just getting air raided on. And I was telling Adam, I said, man, my goodness, what they're doing to this poor kid is not even funny. It's not fair. I was just wondering, was there something going on at pregame that you said, yeah, that guy, yeah, we're going to pick on him tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
we knew we could just dominate the secondary. So.
Yeah, well, it was clear. And I can tell you what, he was giving you all the respect by lining 15 yards off the ball where everybody else was playing man-to-man. So that was pretty cool.
I'm judged by the way the little smirk on Coach's face. I think he may have saw some game film on that, something they could pick apart. So
well, it was a good job on that.
Good catch on that. So good job. Hey, great job. Good job. Way to step up again, Amos. I knew you were going to have another good year. So you're off to a good start, but you're setting the bar high. So bring it. Yes, and I'm still waiting on my pick 6. If I don't get it this year, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to let it go. I need one. Come on. Get one in Glen Rose. That would, yeah. I can't. Yeah, Glen Rose would be a great game to do that on if you could. Just saying.
Yes, sir.
Or China Spring. That'd be
Next
the
up,
one.
Superman.
No, it's not Superman. That would be Wes Allman. We've got the copycat version.
I get a shirt.
You get a shirt because you are the player of the week this week. They're Impact players, and you are our player of the week.
Sure.
The one you're wearing.
Clark with 3 receptions, 114 yards, 38 average, along with 63 with 2 touchdowns. Good game.
Sir.
How'd that first touchdown feel?
Oh, I was ecstatic. It just felt. After that, I got comfortable. Just kept playing hard. I don't know. It's crazy. Because last year I didn't score at all, but for my first game to score 2 touchdowns, it was kind of.
Well, I saw Grandpa in the stands going crazy.
Oh yeah, he was.
You had your whole little own cheering section right there in the middle. Everybody was there, so it was good. I think even Parker cheered for you maybe a little bit.
Clark, who's the better football player, you or your brother?
Parker?
No, West.
Oh no,
West.
no. Parker doesn't play football.
Definitely.
Okay, who's a better basketball player?
I'll give that to West.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless you can slam dunk, he can.
Well, hey, he's got some ups. We saw with that one-handed snag. I'm not going to lie. That one was impressive. And I'm going to call it out, not just for an impressive catch, but just the heart and the attempt on the ball. It was up there. It would have been, there was nobody around. It would have been easy for any player or somebody just to throw the towel in and be like, it's a bad pass. It's over my head. I'm not even going to try. But when you even leaped up and snagged that one, even Jacob, my boy, he hit me up. He's like, dude, did you see the one-handed snag? And I was like, yeah, I was there. It was pretty cool. So good job.
Thank you.
You once again, you've set the bar. You're going to keep doing this next week?
Yes, sir.
All right. You better. If not, we're going to call you out on it. All right. All right, we're going to run a commercial break, and we'll be right back, guys.
Mugi Heating and Air is your local hometown heating and air conditioning professional. Whether it be new construction or service of an existing unit, Tim and his team of professionals can get the job done right the first time. Recognized as a Ream Pro partner, they have the experience and support to tackle any size job, residential or commercial. Give them a call at 254-223-0604, member of the Better Business Bureau. Mugi Heating and Air is your local hometown heating and air conditioning
All right, we're back here. We've got to get rid of the players now, so it's
or
just us and the
service of an
coach.
existing
We can
unit,
find out the
Tim
truth.
and
Okay,
his
which
team
one
of
of those guys
professionals
really
can
actually
get the
try
job done right the first time.
Which one of those
Recognized
guys
as a
actually
Ream
try
Pro
hard?
partner,
Put in the
they
effort.
have the experience and support to tackle any
What I
size job,
told
residential
everyone,
or
what our
commercial.
advantage is
Give them a
something.
call at
The way our kids practice.
254-223-0604, member of
Whether
the
it's
Better
a,
Business Bureau.
individual drill, or it's a ball circuit drill, or team segment, like he is running all the stinking time. Clark, what you saw is he started cramping up because he played a lot of receiver and played a lot of corner, and that kind of became an issue. But we really have, out of all the places I've been, we have kids that are genuinely tough, and they stinking play hard here.
You mentioned the cramping up. That's one thing Jacob and I noticed Friday. It seems like that was, and on both sides of the ball, both sides of the field. You know, we had several then, as well as Taylor. So, how are we going to get rid of that?
Well,
Is that just first game conditioning, or?
Well, there's several things that you got to look at. Number one, it was humid as heck. I mean, it was pretty humid. It was pretty hot. Number two, the wet bulb is wearing me out. Like the way we have to be in those conditions, and once it hits 90.1 on the wet bulb, you can't condition the athletes outside. The UIL recommends that you take off all your pads. You can only be in t-shirt and shorts, and I was kind of fearful of this being the end result. Now, we can make excuses, but we tell our kids what the circumstances are what they are. So we have to adjust as coaches and as players to get that rectified, because that's going to hurt us down the road. So problem number one that we're going to fix is conditioning more in the morning, and then problem number two is the hydration that we're going to do on Thursday. So every varsity kid's going to get a water bottle and a Pedialyte packet to get those electrolytes in them to hopefully rectify that situation from happening again. A lot of water.
High quality H2O. I was going to mention, as far as probably like the hydration part, I know that like with the wrestling team, they have to do hydration tests and are required. Is that something maybe kind of work into the football guys, or?
They put a big emphasis early on when they first come back, because you don't know whether or not if a kid's in shape. But we do weigh-ins and weigh-outs, and we look at how much body weight did they lose and whatnot. But we don't have a true hydration test. But we've bought 2 pallets, or we've bought, not a word. We've got.
It's a coach word. It works.
Use it. It's a word. Okay.
2 pallets of water that we're going to run through every single bottle of water to get those kids where they need to be.
Nice.
So last week, pretty much everything you were doing was working. But before you knew that, what actually stood out to you that you felt like you were going to have a good chance of success against Taylor Ducks? I know we're not trying to get too disrespectful on the opponent, but what did you see jumping off that you like, I feel very, very confident that this is going to work, and that ended up translating to the score? Did you just make adjustments going, oh, man? Because it seemed like you were able, when you wanted to run, you could run. Whenever you wanted to pass, the passing attack was there.
I think it's a testament to our coaches and our kids. Pre-game, I wasn't nervous. I felt very confident that our kids were prepared. I felt confident in our kids' abilities. And then when you see practice and all the shifts and all the motions, and Coach Hunter does on the offensive side does a great job of showing our O-line all the different presentations that they can see from the defensive front. And then defensively, we had one big play when we had some key guys out, and they had one series where we were a tad bit. I think we let our foot off the gas a little bit. But outside of those things, we played really dang good. We had a couple bad snaps on offense that kind of shot us in the foot. And then Charlie Winkler had a snap that it would have gone over anyone's head, and he made a good catch and got it out. And another one that was a bad snap, and he had the knowledge to just get it off and try to get what we could. But I think going into the game, I felt confident that if our kids played to their abilities and to their capabilities, that we were going to be exactly where we needed to be at the end of the game.
It seemed like you guys could almost do no wrong, just whether it be passing or running. Now, you talked about you weren't nervous at all, but it's got to at least take just a little bit of pressure off, just getting that first win and then doing it in decisive fashion.
I guess I don't feel pressure about winning. I feel pressure about, can we make our kids as good as possible? That's the pressure. Like, I think for the seniors, you want to do everything you can to make that year special for them and for our community. Can we put a good representation of what Gatesville football is on the field? That's the pressure. It's not. I don't think it's winning. I think if our kids are playing their tails off, and if we come up short, then we came up short. But what you saw on the field was a team that was ready and that played really hard, and it came to fruition in a positive way. But very little about that win was about me. It was about the countless people that poured into me to allow me to get this opportunity, and our tremendous coaching staff and the kids that we have and the players that we have right now.
Well, that was, and correct me if I'm wrong, the penalties, were there against Gatesville? 3?
We had 5.
Was it 5? Okay.
2 were personal fouls, and then we had some illegal procedures, and that got us.
Okay. So not a whole lot of them compared to some games. Definitely, I know you prefer to see none.
Yes, sir.
But that shows a little bit of discipline there, and shows control of the young men. So obviously, off to a great start already. Guys are looking good. How's Glen Rose looking for us next week?
They're going to be a good team. They're very well coached. Glen Rose has been traditionally a team that I feel Coach Watkins does a great job of preparing his guys. And when he has the right group of kids, they're going to make a run in the playoffs. 3 years ago, my first year here, they had a really good group, and they beat the mess out of us. They ended up going to the state semifinals, and they lost to Carthage in the game they very easily could have won. And had they won that game, I feel that they would have won state that year. So he's a good coach. That staff's been together for a long time. A lot of that core has been there for over 10 years. And we're going to see a very well-prepared team that knows what to do and how to play the game.
Well, I'm sure they're thinking the same thing, that they're going to be facing a well-prepared team, especially, if they were to do nothing other than look at the scoreboard from last week's game. But if they took the time to look at the game film, it was a well-rounded. Your running back, it wasn't just all on one man.
No, sir.
You moved it around, which was great to see. And each one of those guys, they all have their own different running styles. It was great. And then, of course, the receivers. The ball was moved around, not just one person catching it. So that makes it hard to defend.
Well-balanced offensive machine.
Well, Amos had 2 touchdowns. Clark had 2 touchdowns. Trey had 2 touchdowns. Cy had a touchdown. And then, George Carmona goes in there. He gets a huge catch. Dylan Watts had several catches. I mean, it was. You talk about ball distribution. I think that goes into the maturity of our quarterback, and then being able to take what the defense has given us, and then our kids, when given the opportunity, they're excelling, and that's huge for us.
Well, next man up is the theme in years past, and it seems like you've got a team that's still holding on to that mindset of the next man up, doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm excited to see how this season's going to go, Coach. I'm pumped.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so we are on the road to Glen Rose Friday night. And for all those tuned in, please be sure and check that game time schedule. That game time schedule has changed from what was on the original schedule. Glen Rose only plays their games at 7 p.m. at home. So that will be a 7 p.m. start time for us. That means we'll get home a little bit earlier, but that means we got to get off work and get there a lot quicker to Friday night. So if you can't be there in person to support the team, you can be there on the video to support the team. And we'll have lots of good commentary for you with Jacob Padgett and Adam Baker and myself.
I won't be here for that Friday.
Oh, that's right. He's copping out. He's going to New York.
Man,
are you going to New York?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
forget about it.
All right. So we're getting ready to wrap it up, Coach. Final question of the day. This is a real quick on the spot.
Yes, sir.
What makes you more nervous, being on the fifth quarter show or being out there on the field Friday night?
Neither.
Great answer.
I enjoy talking to y'all, and I enjoy what y'all do for Hornet Nation, and not just football, but everything that is Gatesville. And Friday nights are fun. I mean, when you have a team that we have, it's neat to watch everything come together.
Good deal.
Well, we really appreciate you joining us again, as always. We look forward to seeing you and the boys out there Friday night, and we will be ready to bring it to you live at 7 p.m. Good luck, and you saw the sign over at Higginbotham's, right?
I have not actually.
Bust the stripes off the Tigers.
They do an awesome job.
I do. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
And last week it was Hornets Party of 11. We're now serving duck.
That's a good one too.
So anyway, yeah, we thank Dave over at Higginbotham's for always putting those funny signs up for us. With that being said, hey guys, take us out.
Thanks for joining us. Good night and God bless.
Here at B&K Air Conditioning and Heating, we service all brands of AC and heating systems. We are a Goodman and a Manna A+ dealer. We also install and service mini-split systems. We always do our best to offer same-day service even on the weekends. We service Gatesville and all surrounding communities. We offer financing on new systems, change-outs, and major repairs. Just call or text your service request to 254-216-3372 and we'll be happy to help you.